I'd been speculating Bitcoin will hit 50k by March, but while that did not yield, the world's top crypto made it all the way to 48k, which is still on target despite the 2% drawdown. The dollar index, in contrast, finally succumbed to selling pressure and tanked below the channel's midpoint by March's end. It was disappointing how Bitcoin didn't leverage on that opportunity to rally hard, but at least it neither sunk. Now, aggressive buying is what you will notice when you pull up a Bitcoin weekly chart, thanks to the overwhelming large green candles on it. Further price leaps can be expected, so let's see how that will pan out. I'm Grace Joseph, and this is the Gracia Memoir session. It's no longer news Bitcoin surged past its box range. The next course of action is for price to travel a distance that is at least the size of the range it was stuck in since January. Thus, the extent of the breakout move could land price between 54k and 56k. That price target may yield since we have more advancing candles than declining ones, which means one thing: bullishness is on the rise. Let's look at the daily chart. A good number of its candles closed higher than the previous day, although there was still a need for retracement to the 44k zone, which is what we got. The shooting stars on the daily and price's extended move from the EMAs foretold this correction. Now that we've hit a demand zone, we might see more spike from here. Bitcoin's 3-day chart shows price needs to keep trading above 45k, which is the channel's midpoint. If that happens, there could be an advancement to 56k, even though the 51k price level might pose a great challenge. Bitcoin's monthly chart has a higher low and higher close for the second time in a row. Should that come as a surprise? It shouldn't, especially if you've been following the Memoir series. A bullish close means more upside momentum can be expected. The only setback is our monthly support and resistance levels still lie between 26k and 47k respectively. This means while we may have breached the sideways trend on the daily and weekly, the same cannot be said about the monthly. It follows that we still have a strong resistance zone to breach this month if we must see further upside move. Therefore, don't be overridden with greed since the coast is not totally clear. I would like to point out that 51k and 56k are strong zones that will test the strength of both bulls and bears. I'm already making wild predictions that the bears will win this time around due to certain factors which can't be overlooked. For instance, Bitcoin may pull a move to the major channel line before retracing to 20k. All a trader has to do is copy the AB move to C and replicate it to have D, which is in line with 20k. Our best bet is to closely monitor the price action once these zones are hit to know if we'll be advancing or continuing an impulse move in the secondary downtrend. By then, we would have also gotten a 50% retracement into the trend, which is often a healthy correction before an extended move. Generally speaking, it won't come as a surprise if Bitcoin closes the year lower than it opened in January. The January barometer is a calendar effect that can be at play. It's when an asset closes higher or lower by the year's end, depending on its performance in January. In accordance with that, the 6 months time frame is already hinting that a lower close could be the case since the candles from the past 1 year are rejecting higher levels. It's therefore important that even if we don't have a higher high, our current candle should have a higher close and a higher low than the previous candle. And you'd say I've been talking about the dollar retrace, but how far do I expect the fiat to tank? It's all the way to $94.5. The reason lies in the steepy degree of rise, which is not always sustainable. Keep in mind that despite today's analysis, there are thousands of factors that could influence price and cause the unexpected to happen. That's why you should adopt the best risk management practices to secure your money. That will be all for now until next week on another session on Gracia's memoir. I'm Grace Joseph, and you're onto the Gracia memoir session.